The Your Credit Matters segment today being brought to you by creditsanitizer.com. You have a credit report. It is wrong. What are you doing about it? Credit Sanitizer has these solutions for you. I know your credit report is wrong because they all are. They all have errors on them. I've never seen one that's completely accurate. I just see them out there. You need to know about it. The Ultimate Mortgage Refinance Guide, everything you need to know. Are you thinking about refinancing your mortgage but unsure where to start? rsrmoney.com, of course. Fear not. We've got you covered with the Ultimate Mortgage Refinance Guide to help you make an informed decision. The Ultimate Mortgage Refinance Guide, again, everything you need to know. So you've been thinking about refinancing your mortgage, but the process seems confusing and you're not sure if it's the right move for you. Don't worry. We're going to break down the basics of mortgage refinancing and give you the tools you need to make an informed decision. Plus, you'll learn how our team, the Siegel Lending team at Geneva Financial, can support you along the way. First off, let's talk about what mortgage refinancing is. Simply put, it's the process of replacing your current mortgage with a new one that has different terms or interest rates. There are various reasons people choose to refinance, such as lowering their monthly payments, shortening their loan term, switching from an adjustable rate mortgage to a fixed rate mortgage, debt consolidation, buying out a spouse or a spouse, soon to be ex-spouse, in a divorce process, maybe taking somebody off the mortgage in a probate process. All different options. Now that we know what the mortgage refinancing is, let's dive into the guidelines you need to be aware of. Number one, credit score. A good credit score is crucial when refinancing your mortgage. Lenders typically look for a credit score 620 or higher, but some may have stricter requirements. Make sure to check your credit reports for errors and work on improving your score. rsrmoney.com has a monitoring for your credit report. It is not the exact FICO report that the team is going to use for your loan, but it does give you an idea of where your scores are. Number two, debt to income ratio. Lenders will consider your debt to income ratio to determine your ability to make monthly mortgage payments. Most lenders prefer a debt to income ratio of 43% or lower, can go higher. You can calculate your debt to income ratio by dividing your total monthly debt payments by your gross monthly income. That would be the income before taxes are taken out. Number three, loan to value. Your loan to value ratio is the percentage of your home's value you still owe on your mortgage. Lenders typically require a loan to value ratio of 80% or lower for a conventional refinance, but some government-backed programs may be more flexible. Number four, employment history. A stable employment history is essential when applying for a mortgage refinance. Lenders generally look for the last 2 years of consistent employment in the same field. If you've recently changed jobs, make sure you have documentation to prove your income stability. Number five, closing costs. Refinancing is not free. You need to pay closing costs, which can range from 2% to 6% of your loan amount. Some lenders offer no-cost financing options, but this can usually mean that the closing costs are rolled into your loan, resulting in a higher interest rate. Before you jump into refinancing a mortgage, it's essential to evaluate your goals and determine if it makes sense for you. Ask yourself, will refinancing lower my monthly payments? Can I afford the closing costs? Am I planning on staying in the home long enough to recoup the costs of refinancing? If the answer to these questions is yes, then refinancing might be the right move for you. To get started, give us a call, ronsiegelradio.com, 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990. You can go on the website, ronsiegelradio.com. You can fill out a loan app, sltloanapp.com, sltloanapp.com. Get on the app, rsrmoney.com, rsrmoney.com. Let us put together a plan for you. That's where it all starts with. Everybody's got their own unique situation. It all starts, though, everybody's got the exact same starting point, and that's with a plan to see what's right for you. I don't know what's right for you. I had, just as we're coming on air, I get a message about doing a home equity line of credit. Is it the right solution? I don't know. So the answer to that becomes an evaluation. What are you planning on doing with the money? How long do you plan on being in the house? What is the short and long-term goals? So the question a lot of times comes, should I do a home equity line of credit or should I do a refinance? And I know that the vast majority of people who own a home right now are in a situation where you've got a interest rate on your home loan below 4%. Almost everybody, they're below 4%. And you're saying, well, Ron, the interest rate right now is 6.5%, 7.5%. Okay, what does that mean though? Those are just numbers that people are pulling out of their backside. Because until you put it in context, it doesn't mean anything. rsr2step.com, rsr2step.com. That's what's meaningful. Why? Because I am very, very certain that over the next 6 months, interest rates will be lower than they are today. Would surprise me if they're not. Okay, so, and I think they're going to go down into the low fives. Maybe they'll get better than that, but my guess is low fives. Put all of this information on a spreadsheet. We do that we don't use a spreadsheet, we use other tools to help you. And we've got a debt consolidation calculator. And what that does is it tells you, okay, what is your current situation? How much is your current debt service? How much is your blended household interest rate? Now, we look at the blended household interest rate, and that's not the ultimate solution. That's not the only solution. Because you may come out and say, okay, because of how low my mortgage rate is, my blended household rate is going to be lower than that. My blended household rate, and let's just throw some numbers in here because it makes it easier for me to explain it to you. So let's just say you've got a 3.5% interest rate on your mortgage, and you've got a 6.5% is your blended household interest rate. You've got cars and you've got credit cards and you've got, maybe you want to do some home improvement. Okay. Now you're blending all that together and it's 6.5. And I'm just, again, throwing numbers out, but let's say your mortgage payment comes out to at 6.5, it comes out to $4,500. But when you do your mortgage that's now, plus your car, plus your credit cards, that comes out to $5,500. So even though the interest rate may be the same or higher, because of the duration, your debt service is lower. By lowering the debt service, now you're saying, okay, my interest rate, who cares about it? Because it's a short-term blip because we're looking at what our interest rate's going to be 6 or 8 or 10 months from now. Okay, now we look at that and we say, okay, what if I take that money, that $1,000 that I'm already spending, I can afford it, and I apply that to the principal balance of the new loan? Now I'm cutting time off that 30-year loan, probably a significant amount of time. That's called strategic financing. And I will tell you that strategy beats rate always. Most people don't understand that concept, but strategy beats rate always. Not sometimes, all the time. You have to look at it and understand what the future brings.